Thailand came so close to winning the race against time to beat COVID until vaccinations become standard, but fell at the final hurdle in the past week, seeing 144 new daily infections reported yesterday midday within the community and more by the evening. No one can blame the general population or the so-called Farang, or even the government, whose strict measures kept all in masks and adhering to social rules, but at some point there'll be a post-mortem, and employers of those who were encouraged to enter the country illegally, bypassing the strict quarantine measures here, may just be held to account. In the capital and elsewhere in over 40 provinces, reaching from north to south of the country to include our own region, a strict clampdown on COVID control is being introduced, seeing bars and nightclubs ordered to close by midnight. Yes, even on New Year's Eve. Schools in many regions are opting to close, as public areas and malls are effecting strict screening and additional hygiene. Public concern is at an all-time high. This then is phase 2 of COVID for Thailand, and as we're assured, it can only get worse, with experts openly stating that this is the start of a rough ride. Only 11 days ago, an outbreak in Samut Sakhon saw a cluster of infections among mainly Burmese seafood workers. Within days it spread to other regions, including the capital, and the majority of new cases are all Thai. A gambling den in Pattaya's neighbouring Rayong province, which we were assured at the weekend didn't exist, did, and has seen that province report 85 cases, 56 in the last 24 hours, mostly within the provincial capital, but now spreading to rural areas. Outrage there has seen the provincial police chief moved well away, but it's too late. In our own region, CHONBURI, dozens of new cases are on record. And then, in our own small area, Banglamung, that covers all of Pattaya City and the east side, yesterday's figures were 17, in what was, until a week ago, a reportedly COVID-clean region. Provinces with a high number of COVID-19 cases are being ordered to maximise disease control measures. This or new local cases could rise to thousands or even tens of thousands per day by mid-January, according to a spokesman of the Centre of COVID-19 Situation, who's quoted as saying that his best hope is for daily cases nationally to max out in 3 digits. The key, he said, is to stop socialising wherever possible. For many, the symptoms are minor. For some, they don't exist at all. For others, they're severe. And all with the virus are highly contagious. Vaccinations are not an option here yet. They've yet to be approved for use. Scammers and even hospitals offering vaccinations have been quickly blocked by the authorities. COVID isn't selective in its attack either, as globally several world leaders have had it and survived. So here the Health Minister is currently in quarantine after meeting with an official who subsequently failed the test. In our own region, an official letter from the province has advised anyone who visited the following places to watch out for COVID symptoms and to report any illness to local hospitals. What's listed as the Thepprasit Boxing box within the city from the 1st of December onwards, Pattaya Provincial Court from the 10th of December onwards, Lek Hotel on Pattaya 2nd Road at any time between the 10th and 13th of this month, FOUR Pattaya, which is a nightclub, from the 5th until the 25th of this month. These then are added to the list which previously included the Hua Yai market close to the Sukhumvit and other locations too. What can we expect? For our region, probably a stricter list of regulations, which may include a block on travel into the city for non-locals and a block on alcohol sales on site, along with school closures and restriction on other non-essential outlets. None of these are in place right now, but they will be being seriously considered as City Hall watches daily figures and works to protect the community as a whole. What can you do? Well, we all know the rules: mitts, masks and meters. Wash your hands, wear a mask and keep social distancing. But in addition, avoiding public and busy places is essential. And then there's a phone app. You may well dislike phone apps, but the More Chana application is an excellent product. Released by the government, this traces your movement, allows you to take a photograph of those squiggly squares outside every shop or venue you visit, and will advise you of any cases that occur subsequent to your visit. That's the More Chana application available for all types of phones, and if you search for it, it's MORCHANA. Will you catch COVID? Probably not. And that's the good news. You and we can protect others, not just from the virus, but also from the unmeasurable effect that it can have on businesses, families, and incomes. Essentially, this is as much an economic virus as a medical one. And from all of us at Fabulous 103 in Pattaya, stay safe.